What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. I hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. So look, y'all, I got a question for all the hip-hop fans and all the individuals who are keeping up with the YSL case. Now that we have seen a nearly two-hour interrogation video from Young Thugger, right? Nearly two-hour interrogation video from Young Thugger, and he is naming his boy Pee Wee Roscoe as a person that was holding drugs for Lil Wayne and all of that. And when we seeing this and we hearing this on camera, all of that, are y'all gonna hold Thugger to the same standard that y'all held Gunna to? Cause boy, Gunna was the biggest snitch alive, according to y'all. Like, I'm talking about Gunna's name and reputation was sullied to the highest degree. I mean, people didn't want to stand next to him when he got out of jail. You had rappers that were celebrating when Gunna first got out of jail. You had people celebrating him and all of that. And then after people were saying he was a snitch, they was deleting a post about him, everything, right? Gunna no longer has a relationship with one of his best friends, Lil Baby, right? Dominique don't want to be nowhere near Gunna at all. And then we got Thugger. Thugger is in an interrogation room, naming his mans and all of that. I mean, talking to the police for nearly 2 hours. Everything. And now it's cool and it's okay and the goalpost gonna move. Right? And again, I have no dog in this fight. I'm not a street dude at all, by no stretch of the imagination. I could care less about these street rules and all of that. My thing is, I think people are being very hypocritical. Very hypocritical. Because I'm telling y'all, if this was Gunna in there talking about his man's Pee Wee Roscoe used to be holding the drugs for Lil Wayne and all of that, people would be calling Gunna the snitch of the century. I mean, they already was calling him a snitch for saying yes, ma'am, when she asked was YSL a street organization or something like that, right? The yes, ma'am, right? Because he was told to say yes to these things to get out of jail, right? He was called a snitch for that. Now, Thugger is in here for 2 hours talking without a lawyer, saying people's names, dropping names where they probably didn't even need to be dropped. You know, and people are going to say it's okay because nobody got convicted off of what Thugger said. Nobody was convicted. Thugger didn't take no stand and testify against nobody. They're going to say, oh, it's okay because nobody went to jail off what he said. But I promise y'all, I've seen street dudes say, you ain't got to go to jail off what somebody said. Just you talking to the police and saying certain names, just mentioning names and bringing up names is enough for people to get in trouble or to get police sent their way, right? And from my understanding, this interrogation video took place in 2015, and then Pee Wee Roscoe was apprehended a little bit after that. So people would say, well, him saying that Pee Wee Roscoe was holding some weed for Lil Wayne may have sent the police in Pee Wee Roscoe's direction or something. I don't know, right? And I don't know the particulars of that entire situation. My thing is this: he's on camera. I mean, he's in interrogation room. He's in the interrogation room saying one of his homies' name, right? And talking to the police for an extended amount of time without representation. And I always hear street dudes say, when you get inside of them interrogation rooms, keep your mouth shut. Say you want to speak to your lawyer. Don't do no talking. Don't do no talking. Don't do no talking. That's what all the street dudes across the world be saying. Don't do no talking. If y'all shut up, everything will go according to plan. Just shut up and don't say nothing. They ain't gonna have nothing, right? And Thugger on here for nearly 2 hours. And I'm hearing people saying, well, I mean, he was spinning the police. He was spinning them. He was just spinning them. And I'm like, for 2 hours though, for nearly 2 hours? At some point, you trying to spin them, you gonna get dizzy. You know what I mean? Like, you might forget what you said and start saying some other stuff. You might forget some stuff you said or mix up some information and all of that. And you're going to have you a situation like Bill Duke or excuse me, you're going to have you a situation like Kane when he was in the interrogation room talking to Bill Duke, and Bill Duke say, so you say you went to the store around this time. You say he kept changing times of the stores. He went to the store and all of that. He said, now you know, you done effed up right. You know you done effed up right. It'd be a situation like that, man. And listen, I don't care. I'm not a street dude at all. I just see the hypocrisy. Gunna, really, his career was almost over with. It was almost derailed. If Gunna was not a great artist, if he didn't make great music and he wasn't resilient in his mind, oh man, it could have been all over for him. Where he wasn't doing shows, or he couldn't do no shows, he couldn't sell no records, but he makes such quality music that it was people still rocking with it because the music was just that good. It was undeniable, right? But if he wasn't a great artist, if he didn't have great artistry, if he didn't have a resilient mind, if he didn't have a great ear for beats, if he didn't have great delivery on records and all of that, it could have been over with for him because he lost a ton of his friendships in the industry. All because Thugger was coming out of jail, labeling him as a rat on Twitter, right? And then deleting the post and all of that and everything, putting a rat label on him. Matter of fact, since Thugger been out of jail, he been talking about rats this, rats that, how he can't stand a rat. He hate rats, this, that, and the third. And now, when people hearing an interrogation video of you for 2 hours talking to police in an interrogation room, you putting a spotlight on yourself. Now people looking at you funny style and looking like, yo, you was talking about rats, but people can say, are you doing the same thing that you say you're very much against when you name dropping your homie, right? Now, again, I know people gonna say Pee Wee Roscoe didn't get locked up because of what Thugger said right there. He didn't get locked up for holding some drugs for Wayne or having drugs for Wayne or nothing like that. But man, I'll hear street dudes say you ain't supposed to be name dropping, bringing up no people names or none of that. You ain't even supposed to say nothing like that. And Thug is going to get a pass because in this world, people give passes to people that they like. When you really like someone, when you really mess with their music, when you're a fan of a person, you're going to figure out a way to absolve them in any way, because that's what a lot of times happens when you're a fan. You know, so people are going to figure out a way to absolve him from that. Excuse me, y'all. But yeah, man, you're going to figure out a way to try to absolve your favorite from being looked at and viewed in a crazy light. I saw this same type of actions when Lil Wayne, when Wayne was kissing Stunner on the mouth, when Wayne was kissing Stunner, aka Birdman, on the lips, I saw dudes in the hood say, man, shoot, it's cool because that's what the mafia be doing. They just doing what but the mafia do that all the time. The mafia be doing that all the time. And my response to them dudes was, yeah, but these dudes not in the mafia. They are rappers. They just rappers. They not no mafia members. And let me tell y'all this, if Bow Wow would have kissed Jermaine Dupri on the mouth, they would have called Bow Wow all types of gay. It would have been, ooh, that's gay, that's gay, that's gay. But because people love Wayne and they love the Drought 2, the Drought 3, they love the Dedication 2, they love the Carter 2, they love the Carter 3, they loved all them mixtapes. Oh, they say, oh no, we got to figure this out now. We got to figure out a way to absolve Wayne of this. We got to figure out a way to absolve Wayne of this. So you know what? Yeah, he did kiss him on the lips, but that's what the mafia be doing. The mafia do it all the time. And I'm like, I thought the mafia really kiss each other on the cheek, but, you know, not close their eyes and lean in for kisses like that. Let me stop for the Lil Wayne fans get super, super mad at me. You know what I'm saying? These are all jokes, allegedly. Nah, for real, that was crazy. I don't care. Kissing Stunner on the mouth is wild. That is wild, for real. But anyway, I use that little anecdote to say that people are going to find excuses for people that they like. So you see people trying to move the goalposts for Thug now. And you have some people who were so staunchly against Gunna and they were so in support of Young Thug that now they got to keep riding that wave because they didn't already rode the wave for as long as they have. And they didn't already have called Gunna a rat at every turn. And so now they got to keep riding with Thug and keep trying to just figure out a way to say, oh, that was different. Or what they got to do the Red from Friday, right? You remember when Red got mad that Smokey and Craig didn't help him out when Debo was taking his jewelry, and he said, man, that's messed up. I would have helped y'all. And then Craig said, what about that time Debo tried to choke me in Smoke's backyard? And Red said, oh yeah, that was different. That was different. It's people that's right now looking at this whole situation with Young Thug in the interrogation room and they saying, oh, that's different. This was different though. This was different. Gunna say, yes, ma'am. And Thugger say, hell no. No, Thugger say, yes, sir. Not yes, ma'am. So it's a little different. Thugger didn't put a ma'am on his yes. Thugger didn't put a ma'am on his yes. So it's all right because he didn't say ma'am. He wasn't trying to be polite to the judge. He wasn't trying to be polite to the police in this instance. But anyway, Thug was very polite to the police in this situation because he was, from what I heard, I mean, they was talking like it was regular every day, like a day in Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. And again, I don't care because I just like quality music. I'm not a street dude. I just like listening to good music, vibing out. I'm a father of 2 children. I work an honest job. I'm a YouTuber. So I don't care about, who snitching, who not snitching. My point is the hypocrisy. Gunna couldn't go anywhere. He couldn't step outside his crib without being called a snitch. You had girls calling Gunna a snitch. Women who not even in the streets calling Gunna a snitch. You had dudes who were schoolboys like me, dudes that went in college, regular dudes that they not in the streets. They was calling Gunna all type of snitches every time he came outside. He had to deal with that, and he prevailed. That's why I say the brother Gunna is very resilient. I mean, the brother didn't got in shape. He always working out, doing his thing. He making great music, providing great visuals. Look like his mind is sharper than it's ever been. He's focused. He's locked in. So, hey, he has really enhanced himself, spiritually, mentally since having his name and reputation sullied by people that were closely around him, right? And I mean, like, Thug, were you projecting when you was calling him all type of rats and all of that? Were you feeling a way about some stuff that you might have said in an interrogation room in 2015? Were you, feeling a way internally and now you just try to take it out on Gunna? I don't know, man. Because again, Thug been on Twitter talking about rats continuously, forever. So it's going to look crazy, Thugger, when you saying that. You even got Rollo going all in on Thugger about it, everything. Because Rollo like, they were trying to paint me as a snitch. And look at what Jeff is doing. What Jeffrey is doing in interrogation rooms, So, yeah, I just feel like Gunna was, man, he was ridiculed like crazy. The man, from what I know, from what I've heard, he taught Lil Baby how to rap for real. He kind of taught Lil Baby how to rap. In the beginning stages of Lil Baby's career, Lil Baby did not have a great stage presence. He was kind of shy on stage. And I remember doing the Drip Too Hard performance at the BET Awards. Lil Baby was a little shy, and you could see Gunna visibly on stage walking Lil Baby through his shyness to get him to perform the song. You could see Gunna coaching him through it and getting him through it and it's a big old fly in here, I'm sorry. You could see Gunna guiding Lil Baby through his performance. That's his man's helping him get through it and perform the song and get through his stage fright or his nervousness. So they was like this. They was like this, and Lil Baby don't even talk to him no more. At all. And hell, Lil Baby can kind of use Gunna right now. Gunna can help him get that music back cracking. That they can put their creative, what's the word I'm looking for? They can get their chemistry back going, because musically they had great chemistry. And they can put their heads together and come up with some great music for Lil Baby, because Lil Baby was on fire and couldn't miss at a point. And now Lil Baby's going through a lull. He's going through a lull in his career. And Gunna is better than ever after having a microscope on him. And I'm not talking about a regular microscope. A microscope of criticism has been on him. And Gunna still out here shining, doing his thing. You feel me? So through all of that. But I'm just looking at Thug like, y'all gonna hold Thug to the same standard? Or y'all gonna be like, this different. It ain't the same thing, but this ain't the same. This ain't the... Come on, man. I'm just wondering. Because I know how people tend to do what people tend to do for people that they like. A lot of y'all big Thug fans. Thug done gave us some excellent music. So has Gunna. But a lot of people drew that line in the sand and they don't want to go back. But now it's looking crazy. It is, man. They talking about Thug got something to eat in the interrogation room and everything. They say he was. I can't listen to y'all because y'all out here quoting Lil J and them talking about he was eating an Italian beef and a Pepsi in there. All of that. That's what they said Thugger was doing. I don't know if that's true because I'm not watching no damn 2 hours or no interrogation. I'm not listening to no 2 hours of an interrogation video. I'm just not. It's not that deep to me. But I really wanted to discuss the hypocrisy between the two because, like, what the hell? One is the most vile, despicable person in the world, and then the other person is, oh no, but see, that ain't really snitching because he ain't testified. It ain't really telling because, I mean, nobody got locked up off of what he's saying. But I'm like, y'all always say it don't, I heard people say it don't matter if you get locked up or not. Like, why are you saying certain names and giving certain information and all of that? So, I don't know, man. What do I know? I'm just a YouTuber making YouTube content for y'all to watch and for y'all to enjoy. I don't know. But y'all give me y'all thoughts in the comment section below. Hit the like button, I'm sorry. And also hit the subscribe button. I'm out, y'all. Peace.